Did you know the more fat you eat, the more weight you will lose with little to no exercise? That sounds crazy, right? Well, it's not, and the ketogenic diet is proof. Do you want to lose weight without stepping foot in a gym? Do you want to eat enjoyable foods and overall feel satisfied and never have that hungry feeling that you normally get on other diets? Do you want tons of energy and to just feel overall better mentally and physically? Then listen to what I'm about to tell you about the ketogenic diet. The ketogenic diet is a diet in which you eat high fat, moderate protein, and low carbs. This combination changes the way energy is used in your body by burning ketones, which are produced from the breakdown of fat. I did a lot of research on this diet before starting because I wanted to make sure it was right for me. I've tried almost every diet out there, and so far this one has been the one that is most effective. I started this diet with a goal of 40 pounds to lose, and so far I have lost a total of 20 pounds with minimal exercise. First, I will discuss my experience with this diet. Second, I will discuss what the ketogenic diet is and how it works. Third, I will discuss the types of food you eat on this diet. And finally, I will discuss the pros and cons of this diet. So, let's start with my experience. I started on January 26th of this year. So far, it's 10 weeks in, and I have lost a total of 20 pounds. That's 2 pounds per week. That's the most I've ever lost on any diet per week. I never have sweet cravings, and I can say no to foods that I normally couldn't resist, such as chocolate, anything sweet, Taco Bell, pizza, pretty much any fast food. I can say no to those now. I don't actually even think about foods like that anymore. I can drive right past Taco Bell and not feel hungry for it. That's a plus. I feel great, and I also have tons of energy. Now that I have shared my experience with you, I'd like to give you a better understanding of what this diet is. Normally, we eat carbohydrates, and our body converts those to insulin and glucose for energy. Since the glucose is being used as our primary energy source, our fats are not needed, and so they're stored in our body. The ketogenic diet restricts carbs to less than 20 grams per day, which makes the body go into a state of ketosis, which means that the body is burning ketones for energy instead of glucose. These are produced from the breakdown of fat. Now that you understand that you have to restrict carbs, I want to give you examples of foods that you can no longer eat while on this diet. So, first example, small bag of Cheetos. Small bag of Cheetos has 13 grams of carbs. So let's say you're on this diet, you eat one bag of this, you have 7 grams of carbs left the rest of the day. You could eat half a bag of this, and then you can't eat anything else the rest of the day. That's why you don't eat stuff like this, because you won't feel satisfied. You're going to still be hungry. Another example, Bud White. Now, I know most college students, y'all are some drinkers. A bottle of Bud Light has 6 grams of carbs in it. So, now, like most college students, I know one of these isn't going to get you where you want to be. So, if you drink 3 of these, you're done for the day. You can't eat anything. It's not worth it. Another example, a can of Coke. A can of Coke has 39 grams of carbs in it. So you couldn't even drink this whole can. You could drink half a can and then eat nothing the rest of the day. A bottle of Sprite has 64 grams of carbs in it. You could drink a third of this and eat nothing the rest of the day. Don't drink stuff like this. And then last, cosmic brownies. One brownie, just one, this tiny little brownie in this pack, has 42 grams of carbs in it. So you could eat half of it and then eat nothing the rest of the day. Can you make one of these last the entire day? Or not even one, just half of it. Can you make it last the whole day? No. You're going to be hungry. That's why you don't eat stuff like this on this diet. So, now that you know what you can't eat, let's discuss the types of foods that you can eat. You want to eat foods that are high in fat. Fats are going to be the majority of your daily caloric intake when you're on this diet. So examples of high fat foods are going to be bacon, fish, saturated and monosaturated fats such as butter, avocado, eggs, and coconut oil. You're going to eat moderate protein, and where does protein come from? Protein comes from meat. So you're going to eat a lot of meat on this diet. That's going to be fish, poultry, beef, pork. My personal favorite is bacon. I eat bacon every morning for breakfast and a cup of coffee with heavy whipping cream in it, high fat and heavy whipping cream. And then I'm not hungry until dinner time. So I know a lot of people tell you you shouldn't skip meals, but with this diet you just eat when you're hungry, and you do skip some meals sometimes, and it's not a terrible thing, I promise. I'm an example. I've lost 20 pounds in 10 weeks. And of course, you're going to avoid foods that are high in carbs, because you're restricting your carbs to less than 20 grams a day. 20 grams of carbs per day. Alright, now read every label to count your carb intake at first to make sure that you are only eating 20 grams of carbs a day. Your whole goal is to get your body into that state of ketosis, and if you're eating more than 20 grams of carbs per day, you're not going to go into that. So you can eat as much fish, as much fat as you want to eat, but if you eat more than 20 grams of carbs per day, you are not going to go into the state of ketosis, and you're not going to lose weight. So now that you know the types of foods that you can and cannot eat, let's discuss the pros and cons of this diet. First pro, of course, is weight loss. Your body is burning fat as the main source of energy. Second is cholesterol. According to a Healthline news article, studies show that the keto diet can improve triglyceride levels and cholesterol levels, most associated with arterial buildup. Also from that Healthline article, studies show that the decrease of LDL cholesterol over time has shown to eliminate ailments such as type 2 diabetes. This is actually a diet that a lot of diabetic patients will go to. It's usually people with type 2 diabetes, which is the diabetes that you get that's not genetic, it's from the way you eat. And a lot of people have shown, or studies have shown, that a lot of people who have the type 2 diabetes have started this diet and their diabetes has disappeared. Another pro is energy. You're giving your body a better and more reliable source of energy, so you'll feel more energized during the day. And studies show that fat is the most effective molecule to burn as fuel. Before I started this diet, I would be tired all the time, especially after I ate. I'd always want to go take a nap after I ate. I don't feel that way anymore. I can actually stay up until almost midnight every night, where before I'd fall asleep by like 9:30, which of course I'm not promoting staying up late, I'm just saying I have a lot of energy. Another pro is no hunger. The fat that you're eating is naturally more satisfying and ends up leaving you feeling full. So like I said earlier, I will eat high fat for breakfast. I'll drink a cup of coffee with heavy whipping cream, which is high in fat, and then 4 or 5 slices of bacon, and I'm not hungry the rest of the day. I will get hungry by dinner, but lunchtime I'm not hungry. Cons of this diet: when you first start, you will go through what's called the keto flu, which is just the transition period of when you first start the diet, where your body is converting from burning carbohydrates as fuel to ketones for fuel. So you will feel tired, weak, and nauseated. You can usually alleviate these symptoms by drinking pickle juice. You also want to stay very hydrated, which leads me to my next con, is that you will be very, very thirsty on this diet. It's not a problem. Just drink lots of water like you should anyway, and you will be fine. Another one is keto breath, which is pretty gross. When you first start the diet, what that is where your breath and the taste in your mouth is horrible. You can avoid this by chewing a piece of sugar-free gum. Be careful with that, because there are 2 carbs per 2 pieces. So of course you can drink or eat 2 pieces of carbs, well, not eat, but chew 2 pieces of gum a day, and you'll be fine, and then it'll get rid of that breath. Another one is that everyone around you suddenly becomes a nutritionist and wants to tell you that the way you're eating is extremely unhealthy. You'll also have people complain about the foods that you're eating because it's not what they want to eat or it's not what they're eating. Just ignore them. Just keep in mind you're losing weight and that's all that matters. Some resources, if you are interested in starting this diet, are going to be, there's a Reddit page called Everything Keto. You can get to it by just Googling keto diet. It's usually the first hit that comes up. You can read through all the forums on there. On Facebook, there is a group called the Ketogenic Diet Success, or I think it's just Ketogenic Success. That's a group that I'm a part of. I absolutely love that group. There's several people in there who are very helpful. You see people post pictures, transformation pictures of themselves. I'll tell you how long they've been on it. You can ask any question you want and somebody will know the answer to it. And there's a book that you can purchase. I purchased it on Amazon for $10. It's by Kristen Mancinelli. It's called The Ketogenic Diet, The Scientifically Proven Approach to Fast and Healthy Weight Loss. Excellent book to read. A lot of my research came from that book, so if you're interested, you should definitely check it out. In conclusion, the ketogenic diet is a healthy alternative to the typical low-calorie and high-exercise routine. It gives lazy people like me who love to eat an option to continue being lazy and eating while losing weight. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me today, and keto on!